Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm a Japanese Muslim. Uh, Kobe Masjid, 1935. Second, first mosque was established Nagoya Mosque, but this mosque burned by the US bombing. Second mosque, Kobe Masjid, 1935. Then the 1938 Tokyo Mosque, first Tokyo Mosque established 1938 by the military group. Military group called for Japanese business world to 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 collect the money to make first mosque in Tokyo. But the Japanese big company before the Second World War, Mitsubishi, Mitsui, Sumitomo, they are the very big company. Yes, yes, yes. Non-Muslim people. Military group, let the military group donate. Military group, why the military group asks them to donate the first mosque in Tokyo? It is a little bit difficult to explain, but Japan already colonized China, and we have made one country in the China. United Nations criticized Japanese military action. Not only United Nations, main country, US, United Kingdom, Germany, every country criticized Japan. Then Japan left United Nations. It means Japan is going to isolate in the world. And UK and Japan and United States, they have decided the number of battleship. They have decided Japan, so and so, UK, so and so, United States of America, so on. Japan has got angry against that agreement. So Japanese military group with government and together, they have started war against the United States of America. I think Japan is the only country to attack the mainland of USA. Mainland. Japan attacked the Hawaii Island by hundreds of fighting airplanes, bombing. Then US became angry. Then that was the Pacific War. It will take 6-7 years. Hiroshima, Nagasaki bombing, Japan defeated. In this time, a little bit difficult, and it's a little bit difficult for me to explain about why the military group, Japanese military group, call for the Japanese business world to donate money, and the opening ceremony of Tokyo Mosque, 1938, military group and the nationalist group together, joy. And opening day of mosque, they declared Japanese emperor great. So many times. It's an opening ceremony of mosque, opening ceremony of mosque. And because one of the reasons why the military group and Japanese government cooperated to make the mosque in Tokyo, first mosque in Tokyo, Japanese government afraid communism come to Japan. Communism came until China. So Communist Party just beside Japan, very afraid. So they used Islamic group to, how can I say, to stop the communism. And in the Asian country, at the same time, very big Islamic country in Asia country, Japan, or Japanese research of Islamic study many of the Japanese university started to study the Islamic country because Japan is going to fight against Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. It needs big Islamic countries there. So Japanese national, how can I say, academic group, national research of the Islamic country started 1940-41. Tokyo Mosque was the center of their research. So very few Muslim people used the small group from Russia, the Tatarian Muslim people. They have lived in Tokyo at about hundreds. They went to pray. So that was the roughly history before the Second World War. Yes, please.
Now, why the government and the military group are trying to empower Muslims a bit and doing the mosque and so, did the speech about Islam in the media differ in that time?
No, nothing at all. No, of course, opening ceremony, Japanese military group and government announced political message. They said we have to cooperate the Muslim country, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. But Imam of this first mosque came from the Ottoman country to Japan. His name is His name is Abdul Rashid Ibrahim. Japanese military group invited him as an imam of this first mosque. But it's something like a puppet regime controlled by the military group, Japanese military group. So very few Muslim at that time. For example, hundreds of Tatarian Muslim, and I'm not sure the number, but some India, Pakistan Muslim group who has been living Kobe city. Kobe city is the trading harbor. So some of the Muslim people has been lived there. And the Tatarian people also, but the number is very small, hundreds. Yes.
Are being like colonized by Westerners. That's why their view in Islam is like the Westerners. So when I like talk with the tourists who actually come to Turkey, the Japanese people who actually come to Turkey, who actually come to Istanbul, who actually come to inside Süleymaniye, what I see, like generally, they even when I say prophets, they don't have a like sense of it as well. Like they don't know anything about like Islam in general. But what happens, like, do you think that's like at first, do you think that those people as well who come to a Muslim country, who come to the mosque itself, are they also so against Islam, or are they a bit more open, like a bit more open to the idea of Islam? This is my first question. And the second one is that like how can we approach them? Because especially with those people, I don't know if they're generally Shintoists, or like what is the main thing in Japan that like people believe in right now? Are they mostly atheists or Shintoists or Buddhists? I don't really know. Because each people I talk to, whenever I try to explain anything about Islam, they don't know anything about it. Like they're so like ignorant about it.
So as I told you, until the end of Second World War, not only the end of many of them are the foreigner Muslim, no Japanese Muslim. Of course, some. I have read many books, military books. One of the gentleman, he has graduated Tokyo Foreign Language University. He studied Russian language and English. Then he wanted to visit Mecca for the first time to collect the information in general, information by the money of military group. Military group wanted to get more information about Muslim country. So that man, his name is Omaru Yamaoka. He has graduated Tokyo Foreign Language University. He could speak Russian. Then he went to China, Russia. Then he wanted to visit Mecca with Abdul Rashid Ibrahim. But India, he found non-Muslim cannot enter Mecca. So he became Muslim at India, Bombay. So it means very few people became Muslim, not by not by imam, but another reason, for example, to get the information by, by the money of military group. So first mosque, second mosque, third mosque was established 1935 to 38, but no Japanese Muslims there. No. For example, the Tatarian, 1938, Tokyo Mosque opened by the rightist group and military group and Japanese government. No Japanese Muslims except Tatarian people, about hundreds, and Tatarian children celebrated the opening ceremony. Well, yes, 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 yes. So, yes, I became Muslim after the Second World War, 1975, long time ago, but it's after Second World War. Japan, so I had, as I told you, I had negative, very negative image of Islam in my mind until I have been to Africa. I was the student of Waseda University, private university. We had the Waseda University Expedition Club. Expedition Club, it means we wanted to visit very, how can I say, mountainous area, or three of us went to Sudan to by boat by boat. We brought big boat and many kinds of outdoor goods, tent or the bed, everything from Japan to Sudan, and we tried to なんていうのかな。ナイルリバー、big ナイルリバーのlifting to study. In the night time, we have spent the riverside villages for research of anthropological research we have engaged. And I met for the first time Muslim people there. When how? It's a very difficult question. How? It's a very difficult question. I myself, I want to be journalist. I want to work the publishing company. After the Waseda University, I went into the publishing company. Then I met, at that time, anyway, first time I met Muslim people at Sudan, Africa, when I was 19 years old. Well, I found the Muslim people I met there, they are very kind, generous, very different different image I had before. So uh, anyway, after coming back to Japan, I have started to have the relationship between the Muslim Muslim student from Islamic country. For example, one is from Iraq, one is from Egypt, one is from Indonesia, one is from Syria, so and so. Many of them belongs to the Tokyo University. Tokyo University. As you know, 1970 was the time Islamic revivalism started in Middle East country. And Islamic country, they have got great amount of money by the oil shock. The price of oil raised up. So they have got a great amount of money. And this money went to the Dawah activity, especially foreign countries. The Muslim student from Islamic country, they appointed this money. So they have started to contact with mainly Saudi Arabia. And the great, I don't know exactly. They started to get the Dawah money, but Dawah great amount of money to Japan. I don't know, I don't know how much money came. But anyway, 1970, when I was student of Waseda University, Islam revivalism movement took over Middle East. It means the Islamic revivalism movement of backには oil money, great amount of oil money supported that movement.
What do you mean by voluntarism?
あリバイバリズムはね、リバイバリズムは、リバイバル、becauseね、many of the, for example, as you know, Hamas in Palestine, Hamas has a long history. They have started their working in the campus, university campus, to help the poor people. Before that, I know, before that, most of the Arabic countries, they have they have imported the Arab socialism. Syria, Egypt, Gaddafi, Sudan, Nigeria, almost every country, socialism country. They became socialist country. But socialism, as you know, the rich, the political, one of the very few political leaders, they have got money and they drive Benz, high class car, but the people very poor. So the Hamas Islamic reviving movement came among such a social, how can I say, gap. So, and they decided to make the partner Japanese. They wanted Japanese Muslim. And at that time, I have been to Sudan or other Arabic country when I was very young. They, they pointed me, you should be with us. For me, for me, I never read about Holy Quran, Hadith, nothing, but I wanted to be the journalist. So I think their movement was very interesting for me. Very interesting. So we have started Dawah anyway, Dawah activity in Japan. They have selected English, the Arabic languages, Islamic textbook. I have translated so many Islamic books. For example, I clearly remember the name of the book, Toward Understanding of Islam. It's a very famous book written by Maududi, Pakistan, Toward Understanding of Islam. So we have translated Islamic book, I think 50, 60. Then we delivered to the Japanese people. But as I told you, Japanese people's mind, very negative image of Islam. So they didn't want to read it. Oh, Islamic book, no. Throw them away. All the books. All the books. Ah, yes. Huh?
Why did they not like Islam? Because
Me?
no, back then, because obviously now, after 9/11, people don't like Islam. But back then, why did they not like
As I told you now, and Japan has started to follow the Western country. Western everything, for example, not only social infrastructure, education, political system, military system, not only social infrastructure, but fashion, hairstyle, cosmetic, everything. And in it, European people's biased, negative image of Islam. Many. Yeah, okay.
Another question. Now we're talking about books that you translated for Islam. So what is the best way of conveying the message of Islam to the Japanese audience?
Yes. So one thing, I have been to after accepted Islam, I have been to Makkah 2 times. One of the purpose to take picture was to take picture because Japanese people, first of all, we have to let them know what is this great scenery. So many people gathering under the God, same uniform. They are wearing the ihram, same uniform. Oh, what is this? Japanese people hasn't yet seen such a ceremony. I have taken so many pictures by helicopter. Then I put my picture on the magazine, on the TV, every media. Then people started to have interest on Islam. First is just how can I say, book is Book is book. Japanese people do not want to read Islamic book. As I told you, I have translated and we have published lots of books, hundreds, thousands copies. No Japanese. So I changed. First of all, for example, about 15 years ago, I have been one of the Imam of Tokyo Jami who have sent from the Diyanet to Japan. He asked me to come with us full-time worker. Before, I have been cooperated to publish the Islamic book. I have published so many Islamic books. I saw several Islamic books here, English version. We have already translated, and but as I told you, book is book. So I have started to about 13 years before I have started. I myself, I made Tokyo Journey tour, not lecture. Lecture is no more. No one. And books, books, okay. Some, probably, very few people read it. But I have started to make Tokyo Journey tour. I called it tour, not explanation is, if I say explanation, no one listen. Explanation or books are the knowledge of Islam is going to head, not head to heart. Heart is very important. We have to change the mind of Japanese people. Okay? Japanese cannot speak English. Cannot, because Japanese people has developed by our language. Toyota, Sony, any big company, they cannot speak English, but they have made, Japanese made many products.
And did the government allow you to do Dawah there?
Huh?
Did the government, they okay with Muslims now?
Government, they don't, no concern. As you like, you say, you do as you like. Japanese government, no, nothing happened. Nothing happened. So, let me explain my tour. I have decided to I named, not lecture, tour. Tour means first of all, I show Japanese people beautiful masjid. Tokyo Jami designed, but just like the Ottoman time. Same. もちろんスレバニジャミ is more bigger than Tokyo Jami, but beautiful is same beautiful, same design. First of all, Japanese people who joined the tour found Islamic mosque very beautiful. This is enough. This is enough. Then I started to talk about not 5 pillars of Islam, 6 iman. No, I talked about story of tulip, story of, as you know, on the mosque, especially Turkish mosque, there is a bird's nest. Bird's nest. You know bird's nest? No? Sadaka Tashi also. Sadaka Tashi はね、this is my personal research. Personal Sadaka Tashi, Japanese people astonish because people can take money, can take unbelievable. So I have decided to talk about, I have decided 6 keywords. When I talk about Islam, 6, I will talk according to this 6 words. Let me introduce. One is simple message. One is simple. Second is surprise. Elements of surprise is very important. For example, I introduce tulip. When I speak to the flower of tulip, Japanese people believe tulip from Netherlands, not Turkey. They will surprise. Originally, tulip went into Europe, the end of 16th century. Japanese people, oh, tulip originally from Turkey, Islamic area, Islamic country, not only Turkey, Iran, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan. So this kind of tulip, rare. So surprise is very important. Surprise. Second keyword, element of surprise. Third, specific. Specific, can you understand? Specific, concrete, not abstract. 4, reliability. Reliability, not telling a lie. Reliability. 5, sensitivity. Talk by passion. Passion touch the heart of the Japanese people.
Sanskrit or Sanskrit?
Huh?
Sanskrit you said there?
Yes.
Can you repeat them again?
Passion to sensibility were very similar.
First one,
Thank you.
what's
Can
simple?
you please
Huh?
repeat this again? Can you repeat them
What's
again?
simple?
Okay. First, simple. So simple is very important. Then second, surprise. Element of surprise. Third, yes, in detail. It
What do you mean by simple?
simple.
Yeah, the message of Islam is simple, universal, in that sense.
Yes,
It's
simple.
not complex,
Simple.
make them
Yes.
one God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm. I tell you, don't tell difficult way, not thing, way, simple way. Simple はね、it means very deep meaning. Anyway, let me explain all. First, simple topics. Then second, surprise. If Japanese people surprised, he started to listen my talking. First, for example, if you have 30 minutes, 1 hour, First 1-2 minutes, let them surprise. Surprise is very important. If they surprise, huh? Okay, okay.
They're so surprised by their
Yes, yes. Ostrich egg でしょ。Any topics, surprise. Then gradually talk about the simple teaching of Islam. Gradually. First, その surprise ね。Yes, simple and surprise and specific, not abstract. Specific, concrete. Then fourth, it contains reliability, not telling a lie. Reliability is very important. Then fifth, sensitivity. Sensitivity means many of the Japanese, when I start speaking in Japanese, many Japanese say you are talking some kind of passionate. Not cool. Cool is not good. Passionate. I used to speak by passion. This passion, this passion touch the people's heart. I'm just talking by passion. Oh, this is a man who talk his best by passion. By passion is very important. Don't talk, for example, professor of university. He talk very cool. So let me finish six keyword. Sixth one. Last one is story. Story. What kind of story? You have to think about it. You have to think about what kind of topics catch them. As you told, this is the egg of ostrich. I used to explain the egg of ostrich by question. This egg of ostrich, how do you in English? Can you imagine? I will ask Japanese people. Can you imagine what insect? Right. So they will think it's very important. My explanation, not only my explanation, I can, ostrich, egg of ostrich, spider でしょ? But let them think. What? Then they will think. What insect? Oh, ant or so and so. This is also important. Not one way. One way, people become sleepy. So sometimes I will give them the question. But yeah. Of course.
The question is because I'm thinking about something serious.
Yes. Of course, we have to use case by case. So, yes.
I want to get from what you're saying is that people not directly talk about faith, about belief, about God, about the belief itself, like the 6 pillars that you said, but we talk more about these 6 points about the culture, about things that would change their mind or their perspective about Islam and Muslims.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's what it means.
Yes.
Not to attack the group directly. But that
Yes.
has to be a
And
tool for them.
last moment, I will explain. Islam believes one God, and we 5 pillars. It's a daily activity. It's very important. I used to explain, but no, when I entered every mosque, I explain,
Yeah.
not mirab is just a knowledge. I will explain bar vector line. God, of course, upstairs and human being down. This line is very important. The Japanese people, mihrab is Arabic knowledge, just a knowledge. Japanese people do not want to study. Yes.
No, the original religion
Yes.
of Japan, what type of
Buddhism, Shintoism.
what type of how do you mix that? Because obviously they'll be familiar with that. Do you use that in some way? You know, like for instance, if we're speaking to a Christian, we say we also believe in Isa.
Japanese people, man, the concept, God different. Japanese people cannot understand one God. One God who creates everything. This is enough to explain our Allah. But Japanese people cannot understand this short message. Cannot, because in Japan, as he told, in Japan, there is God mountain, there is God river, there is God everywhere. There are gods. And Buddhism came from India to China to Japan. And when the Buddhism came into Japan, Japanese government, Japanese ruler used Buddhism as a national religion. So Buddhism went into Japanese society by the power, by the government. So ちょっと難しいんだけど、Buddhism, Shintoism, two Japanese traditional religion, but it became very weak. The time of samurai, spirits of samurai from Chinese religion, not Buddhism, not Shintoism. And Meiji new government, as I told you, after the Meiji Revolution, Japanese main politician went to the European country, and they found Christianity there. Christianity was the very strong people's unit community. So Japanese politicians started to make new religion to control Japanese people. That is called state Shintoism. State Shintoism means different from the old Shintoism. New Shintoism. State Shintoism means emperor become the god. Japanese politicians used Shintoism, Japanese ruling. So emperor become god. This is the new Shintoism. new Shintoism brought all the Japanese to the war. To the war. I can say during the Second World War, many of the Japanese young men dive into the US battleship by airplane. Yes, it has been called kamikaze. When they died, they said, Emperor great, Emperor great. They died. So US people, US politicians afraid of this state Shintoism. So the 10 emperor become just a symbol. He lost every power. No power. After the Second World War, he became just a symbol of the nation. So that is the one of the reasons why Japanese don't like the religion. Right. Please.
When you say emperor became God,
Yes.
so for us, the concept of God is the creator. So for them, the emperor was God with which concept exactly? What do they mean when they say he's God?
This is me. If I explain your question, if I answer, I have to explain Shintoism. Shintoism, something like animism. Everywhere there are gods. Mountain god, river god, ocean god, everywhere. Japanese people has been, oh, God, God, God. This is the Japanese people's religion since 1,000 years ago, Japanese people. So, as I told you, it's very difficult to explain one. It's not easy to understand one God create everything. One God, we believe one God who creates everything. Japanese people, though cannot understand. We cannot. Hi, すみません.
Japanese people are very nice, and when you talk with them, they always, they will give their head, right? And they
Yes.
always want to tell you, I hear you, I understand. And most of the time, I don't know whether they understand what I'm saying, or they agree with it or not. One time I was in the mosque, I was doing Dawah with a Japanese lady.
Yes.
We sit for maybe 45 minutes, and she said, yeah. Yeah. And at the end, I discovered she doesn't speak English. So I know there's a big wall of respect, right? But I used to live in Germany, and in Germany we kind of direct. And if I agree with something, I say I agree. If not, I say I don't agree. It's a Western thing, it's probably right. So we're like, but how to have a real conversation with someone, how to address their ideas, how to bring different aspects of the conversation when the person in front of me really is not engaged. They only agree and not there. So it's a very different culture.
I don't know. I think she's very young. She's very young, I think. Actually, she doesn't know the religious history of modern Japan. I know young people, especially young people, they have been influenced by the European movement, especially 20th century. People, not people. They said, God died, God died. Yes, Nietzsche. Nietzsche said, God died. Japanese people had the big influence of European people's modern. And I clearly remember when I was born, 1949. 1949 means the middle of 20th century. I had three, of course, before embracing Islam, three keywords I clearly remember. One is science. Modern science, religion, go away. Science, number one. We human beings always think about our future happiness. Future happiness. How can we be happy? Science illustrated great, beautiful future city, moving by automatically everything, robots, something like IT. There was very famous Hollywood cinema. But anyway, science, when I was small, when I say science, oh, it come brilliant future. We human being can do everything by technology and science. And especially Europe, modern science let the religion away, far away become. Same Japan. The 20th century, one of the science, keyword science. Almighty, they said, almighty science. Not all, now I don't believe, of course, science is not almighty. Atomic, so one is science. I myself, before embracing Islam, science. Japanese animation, before Miyazaki Hayao or others, at that time, very famous animation. That was the robot, small robot boy who promised us future happiness. We call it Tetsuan Atom. I tell you, second, when I grown up, university days, communism is the second, how can I say, Japanese, not only Japanese, young generation, young people dream. Capitalism not good. We establish the society of communism through socialism, then communism. Communism is our ultimate dream. I think Turkish also everywhere communism. Just Soviet Union, China, Vietnam, West Europe, many of the countries become the socialist country, as you know. But this ideology bankrupt. The end of 20th century, communism no more. Communism no more. I have been thinking science, communism, and religion. alhamdulillah, I embraced Islam. I have the religion. So this is the same stream all over the world. Modern time. What does it mean, modern time? Modern time equals science. Religion. Science wanted to religion go away. Yes.
The thing is, I don't understand something of the Japanese culture.
Hmm.
They are very individualistic, but yet they value family.
Let me explain. Especially Second War, after the Second World War, Japanese followed US way, United States, not Europe. Then US individualism, democracy and individualism came into Japan. Individualism. And I can say materialism. So now Japanese society destroyed.
So if the message of Islam
Yes.
does not benefit me materially or me as an individual, then I'm not interested in this, right? It's
So I tell you, in these days, in this 10 years, I'm Japanese. I know Japanese society, Japanese people suffering from the individualism or the materialism. So Islam, as I told you, usually I explain two lines. One is perfect line, Allah and human being. Perfect. Straight line. Eh? Another line is horizontal line. Human beings are equal in front of God. Beyond the color of skin, everything. This two line is what is when people ask what is Islam, I use this two line. We will believe God who has created our world, everything. This God and human being connect perfect line. We can easily find perfect line at any mosque, perfect line. Then I explain the relationship between the human being, horizontal line. Human beings are equal. This is very interesting message to the Japanese people. Oh, Japanese people easily can understand what is Islam. We cannot say, of course, I will explain Salah, Saum, simply. はい、どうぞ。
As you explained before, right now the Shintoism has a new version of it. There's the emperor, is the god, and they still have the Buddhism at the same time, but at the same time they are not religions. So they have like two religions at the same time, but
different.
how can I say? So it's not like mixed together. It's not like Shintoism and Buddhism become a one religion. It's not like that.
No. Some group, some people, they mixed. But actually, Shintoism, Buddhism, different religion.
So the normal Japanese person, he will be like, or she will be not religious, but they still have a religion, right? Like it's becoming something about traditionals and culture.
That is not belief. That is the religious custom, culture. Importance is to believe, to believe. だから、many of the Japanese people follow their yearly life, daily life. There are mixed, sometimes Shintoism, the custom of Shintoism, sometimes Buddhism, sometimes Japanese people like Christianity. For example, Christmas every year, Japanese people like it very much. I think it is okay. This is just a custom. I will not criticize. Oh, that's okay. That is crazy. The capitalism, the man who has money controlled people. If 1 month before the Christmas, capitalists, many of the shops and they will start to Christmas coming, Christmas.